if anyone wants to do PhD, what are the things that they should consider? So how it is important to select a good topic and how to select a good topic?
Interesting if you want to do the work, important if it's interesting to you.
See, everything is having its own pros and cons. I just want to ask one more thing, that how to manage your expenses, because see, it requires a lot of time and anyone is not earning while doing PhD. Is that right?
If you are interested in PhD after your BTech and MTech, then this video is for you, because in this video I am with Rohit Biswas, who is currently pursuing his career with PhD in IIT Kharagpur. So this video is full of information. Make sure to watch this video till the end. Make sure to check the timestamp in the description below. By the way, my name is Shreyansh. I am a 4th year student of BTech Food Technology. And if you like these kind of content, if you like these kind of information, make sure to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon for the future updates.
Hello Rohit sir, how are you and how you are doing?
Hello Shreyansh, I'm fine. I'm all good. Just bored in some of the pandemic situation. How about you?
I'm also doing great, but yeah, little bit same boredom. All right, you know what? First of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on my channel. Thank you so much for joining with me. And thank you so much for clearing one of my perception, which I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
You know what, when I was in my first year or second year of my college, at that time, whenever I was thinking about PhD, then one thing came in my mind at that time, that if anyone is doing PhD, then he or she may be much more older than me or any undergraduate. But you completely changed the perception.
It's not a scenario for everyone. Like nowadays, like in the growing time of requirement of that PhD in assistant professorship now. So every people, you can say, they are just like, they're not kind of wasting time to like have experiences, or they directly go for the PhD work in the short span of MTech itself.
Okay. And with this, I just want to start our conversation also. Like, when you first thought that, yes, I want to do PhD, when you first thought?
I had two plans in my mind at the time of the undergraduate itself. During the graduation, I was more lean towards my job profile, that I want to do a job. Okay. And alternatively, I still, like, every time I do something, I have a B plan. So at that B plan, I thought of, if the job doesn't suit me, like if I wouldn't like that job or something like that, then I'll pursue MTech. And then I won't stop. Like, then I'll go whatever study can I obtain. Like, whatever things I can obtain in my life, I'll study up to that. So at that, I got my campus placement from college itself, in the BTech itself. But the job didn't work out. I again joined MTech.
You were not... you are not enjoying that job. Why?
No, see, the thing is, it's just about perception, like how you perceive something. And my kind of work is that I don't want to do the same thing every day. Like, in most of the job, you go to for an 8 hours job, and what you do is almost the same thing every day. You do the same quality, or you do the same production, and it was not my kind of job. I was like, no, I can't do that. And I was literally bored in that job. So I left it in some 1.5 month itself.
Okay, then you prepared for that IIT Kharagpur GATE exam.
No, I didn't. I just joined MTech itself. After that BTech itself, I joined MTech in my college itself. Then I moved on for PhD.
Okay. So what do you think at this point of time? Because see, you are having a lot of experience now. So what do you think, if anyone wants to do now, if anyone wants to do PhD, what are the things that they should consider?
See,
what are the things that they should consider? What are the things that they should avoid? Yes.
See, the thing is, in present scenario, what I have seen is there are two kind of people pursuing PhD. One who doesn't have job, or one who, like in girls category, most of them who doesn't want to marry. Another one is the one who actually want to do that research, or who actually want to pursue research. I'm not criticizing anyone, but still, if you want to do research, try to have a focus on an idea that what you actually want to do. Don't just bargain on something that, okay, now I have to do PhD. I'll go in PhD and I'll think of that how I'll do the PhD or how I'll do the
Okay,
masters.
okay.
Even from the masters itself, now you might have noticed that a lot of people do what? A lot of people go to the MTech. They have two plans in the mind. I'll prepare for something and I'll do the research. That creates problem in the degree itself. So if you are pursuing any research oriented course, think of that research, that what you're going to do, like what research you are focusing on. Think of a topic, think of a like a scope that where you want to work firsthand. Then only you can generate your interest and you can do that work more efficiently as compared to others.
Yes, I totally agree, because nowadays what I'm observing now, people are joining MTech only for the sake of that they are what they are thinking, that they will get a good job after MTech, and that is the reason why they are pursuing their MTech. But unfortunately, many of them, they are succeeding in their life, but quite a few of them are also there who are not very good, who are not very satisfied with their MTech also. So what do you think on this?
See, if they're not satisfied, it's not actually the college or someone else's fault. It's their fault that they didn't concentrated on what they want to do. They joined just to have a job, not to do what the actually course requires. The course requires a proper research. Say for us, it's 6 months of course research work complete. For in IIT, if you consider MTech, it's complete 1 year of research. So it requires research, and the people joining MTech, they are just okay, I just want a degree so that I'll get an upgraded on the degree portion and I'll get a job. Like whatever I heard or whatever I thought of that is like you have to do research in masters, and that orients you towards more of a master's degree, or you more of a specialized person. You be a more specialized toward a specific field, not a broad spectrum of BTech itself what you study. And like if you literally want a job, I would more suggest do a MBA. It would be more reasonable to do.
Oh, and we are talking about PhD. When we are talking about PhD, there are a lot of topics, and we cannot say we have to select a topic, right? Which topic we have to work on, and there are a lot of topic, and we cannot say that this topic is not important. This topic, every topic is having its own importance. So, how it is important to select a good topic, and how to select a good topic?
See, topic is just like you can say a 10-word sentence, nothing else. Okay. It's not good or it's not bad. Every topic has its own importance. Every topic has its own criteria. I can tell you one example. I was studying in MTech, and one of a teacher was teaching me research methodology. He told me an example that one of his colleague or one of his batchmate was pursuing PhD, and his topic, like, you will be shocked of his topic. He was doing a topic on the slogan that is written behind the back of that trucks, like why they wrote that type of like interesting slogan behind the trucks or the banner of the truck. So for some people it might be a useless topic, but for him it is his interest, like what he has found of that. Okay, I need to do this. Okay. Yeah, he need to find out like why it has to be done. So it's the same thing. Topic is just a topic. It's not like why it's important, it's up to you how you create the importance of it. Okay, even if in a PhD, even if in masters, every topic has an importance. Every topic is good for the one who is doing, but it's up to you how you define your topic. Definitely topic is a very interesting point and a very important point itself. Interesting if you want to do the work, important if it's interesting to you. So deciding topic is very difficult in first place, because I have seen a lot of my colleagues pursuing PhD, they are still in the position to decide actual topic what they have to pursue. And some I have also noticed that they have the PhD topic way before they join the PhD itself. So it's better to have a PhD topic beforehand you join the PhD itself, because I'll tell you like how it's have a little bit of upper hand in even selection process also.
Okay, so our vision should be clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You need to focus, because see, if you see PhD is not about subject. PhD is totally not about subject. Like for example, I am pursuing food process engineering, and if you believe or not, like my whole PhD has just one objective that has food. Frankly, my
Okay.
whole like 5 objective in my PhD, I just have one objective that has a food quality testing. All of the 4 objective are computational and designing work. So it's not like
Okay.
what subject you are choosing on in which subject you are doing the work. It's what topic you are defining, because that topic will be the specialization of you only, and you need to choose that topic very wisely, that you have that required amount of interest in doing that topic. Say if you're now in graduation, you might have noticed that there are a lot of topic in food itself. You have bakery product, you have beverage
Yes,
product.
yes.
Even in beverage you have a
Beverages,
lot of category itself, carbonated beverage, non-carbonated, fermented and all.
non-carbonated.
Okay, so these are all what these are just topic. You have to like specify, you have to tailor that topic more to your individually, that what exactly or what interest like drive you to do that PhD. That's literally very important.
Okay, okay. This will help. This will really help. Yes. Now, according to you, see, everything is having its own pros and cons. So, according to you, what are the different pros? First, talk about the pros, and then we will come to the cons part of PhD. Yes.
See, pros is like you become an expert of a topic. The first pros, like you have
Okay.
that knowledge that a normal graduate or even a master wouldn't have in that specific topic. You know, when I was even in masters or even now in PhD, whenever I have conversation with someone, or even if I talk to my guide, there's one line that everyone tells me, and even I convey to everyone. Whenever you go to present something, okay, whenever you go to present something, especially in PhD, what happens is that topic is yours. No one knows more than you know. Exactly. Even if a teacher who's way more experienced than you, he's a rank of a professor retiring in 1 year itself, but still he won't be having total knowledge of that topic that you will be having. So
Okay.
that is the first
Yes.
pro that differentiate you. You are actually uplifted in terms of knowledge. Like you have that specific knowledge, you broaden your knowledge. You can say that okay, I need to specialize that topic. Then how I broaden my knowledge, but that topic involves a lot of interrelation or interdependency of different topic also. You uplift specifically for that topic, but it broadens your whole spectrum of like thinking or like perception that how things can be done in this field exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And secondly,
So this is the pros.
yeah, this is the pros. One more pros you can say, you get recognition. That I might say, even if you pursue PhD, you have that respect of adding that doctor in front of your name, right?
Yes. Of course. Of
Now
course.
you can add engineer. We also added an engineer, but having a doctor has a different amount of respect
Different.
that you get from any person, and
Yeah, I totally
definitely
agree with
that
this.
creates a difference. That legitimately creates a difference.
Yes. 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 Okay. And when we talk about the cons, then
Cons, see, I won't say cons because I'm pursuing, but definitely there are certain cons. The first
I
con is
think the
that,
duration,
yeah,
because we have to
definitely the duration,
invest a lot of time.
it takes a lot of time. Like it takes like you become like 30 years of age at the moment of you complete your PhD. So definitely it takes time, but keep in mind one thing: for a normal PhD takes 5 years of time, the a nominal time that it's given, but it's not necessary that you need to complete in 5 years only. Say in masters, it you need to compulsorily study for 2 years, right? But for PhD, there is a buffer. Like you can start from third year and you can submit up to 5 year. There is an extension for 1 year also, like 6 years. In 6 years, you need to complete a PhD. So you have that
Okay.
option to complete it in even in after the 3 years completion, or if you're not interested, if you're not willing to do that work, you go up to 6 year, or even you some has that possibility to go even 7 years or 8 years, depending on how much interested they are actually in it. So
Okay.
that's the basic con.
So
And definitely the second con, if you say, it's all about your interest. Like if you are not interested, it will be very tedious to do, because the thing is no one helps you exactly. Even the guide is just to guide and like help you or motivate you. It doesn't actually helps you in your research work. Even if you are stuck in some point, it's you who have to find that problem, that why it has been stuck to you and how to cope up with that. It's really frustrating in some point of time.
Yes, yes, yes. And with this, I just want to add one more thing. I just want to ask one more thing, that how to manage your expenses, because see, it requires a lot of time, and we are not, and anyone is not earning while doing PhD. Is that right?
No. This is very important point. In all of the IITs, even in some of the NITs also, they provide a handsome amount of fellowship. Okay.
Okay.
To every student who gets admission. Okay. If he doesn't have fellowship, even my colleague is also having a fellowship of 31,000. So for my perception, 31,000 is a very huge amount for any person at the age of 26 or 27, right? So regarding expense, if you're concerned about other colleges, say for our colleges or for any other college other than IIT, ISC or triple ITs, they don't provide scholarship. The only scholarship option is that you have external fellowship or something. Okay. So definitely that is a difference of which college you are pursuing. That creates.
So here also college plays a very important role.
Definitely. College plays two parts. Like first, if it's a good college, it will provide you a handsome amount of fellowship. You have that financial independence into you, but
which is very important.
Definitely. And second is the place that defines you. See, because having a literally a research-oriented college would focus more on the research. Like for IIT, we all know that it's more heavily focused on fundamental research, basically. So it gives you that opportunity to work on, and you have that tag name that you have worked from IIT or you have studied from IIT. That creates a difference, definitely.
Yes.
And coming back to your topic about financial independently, exactly. So for us, it's good. Like for us, it's 31,000 per month. And for every research scholar, see, there are two categories. I'll define a bit. Like there are two categories. One is the research scholar. One is the research fellow. I am being the research fellow, and my colleague is a research scholar. So the basic difference in research fellow and research scholar is that the research scholar get the fellowship from the college itself, and they get 31,000 every month for 2 years. And when they are upgraded to SRF, they get 35,000. For me, it's 31,000 same for per month and 35,000 for from third year. From third year, but I get a little perk over that. I get a contingency amount of 12,000 per year. That's 1,000 every month additional. Plus, I even get an HRA in my fellowship. Like it's something about 7% of my total fellowship. I'll get the HRA of that. So to clear it out, you have the hostel fees in your hand. You don't have to even pay a hostel fees if you are a research fellow. If you are a research scholar, definitely it adds up. But still, it's more relevant. Say for IIT, for Kharagpur, you have on what you can say, the semester fees. The semester fees approximately 37,000, including mess and all. Like complete semester fees, 37,000. So having a 31,000 monthly income won't be problem to pay a 37,000 fees, right? And still you have a lot of money in your hand to actually either save or either focus on other things.
Yes, totally agree. So, and now let's talk about your college life, your college experience, because you are in IIT and you are super senior in your college. So, how about your feeling? Because see, I know it's about lockdown.
Yeah, frankly, I have not seen college right now because I took the admission. I have never went to college. But yeah, I can like share my experience on what online even it has. Definitely, I'm not the senior. I have a senior than me also. Some who are doing postdoc and all, they are senior to me also. So the thing is, yeah, definitely you have that respect. And for a kind of like in BTech, your guide or your supervisor who supervises your project is actually just your supervisor, right? It's not something that you have a fear of in your mind that, okay, he is my supervisor, he can do anything to me, right? But in PhD, what happened is you be a friend to your guide, because there's not much difference. You are like pursuing something to become eventually him only, or him or her only. So it's more of a kind of friendship relation, and you get a lot of experience. You get a lot of experience. Like you presently for me, I'm like guiding a MTech student of one or two MTech student for the project. So it gains you experience that okay, how some new topics you experience, that okay, how to guide a student, how to like teach them, how to make the path. Then again, if you be a research scholar, that you get a college fellowship, then you have a TA duty. I hope you know about that, teaching assistantship. In return, only you are getting 31,000. Okay, so you have teaching assistant work, like you have to take lab, or you even sometimes you have to prepare for a class, or some teacher even assign you tutorial classes for that, to prepare for like presentation, take attendance, manage the class. Even in lab, you have to like perform the lab experiment, you have to convey the lab experiment. So it gains you an experience in that, like okay, now you are senior, and now you're in a place that you have to teach someone. You're like, your teaching decides someone's futures. So it's really a great experience in that aspect. And regarding other PhD experience is like, yeah, it's sometimes frustrating, it's sometimes good. If it's everything in flow, it's very good. Like it's happy that okay, it's everything is going flow, whatever you have decided.
In what case it is frustrating?
Yeah, when it's frustrating, like when you are stuck in something, even if it's from your side or even from your college side, it's really frustrating in that point of time. Like, why I'm doing PhD? Like sometimes it even comes like, why I'm doing PhD.
Okay. And now what do you think? What are the future prospects of PhD?
To be clear, future prospect, the first point, like to have a bright future or to have a very good future, it all depends on from where. In current moment of time, since a lot of people are pursuing PhD, a huge number of PhD pursuing person have increased in recent time, just because of the addition of PhD term in assistant professor, like the requirement of PhD. So the first thing that defines your future is which college you pursue. It's very important. Like definitely
it is very important, right?
Very important. Like which college you pursue, that defines a lot about what your future will be going to be. If you pursue from just a general college to have a PhD, you will be just as a general master graduate, nothing else. Like if you pursue a PhD,
you know what, I'm in the fourth year of my college, and now I'm also realizing the same. College plays a very important role.
Actually, like whatever things, like for me, everyone told me to pursue masters from other and then pursue PhD from my, but my perception was no, PhD will be my last degree that I'll get a certificate of, right? After that, even if I do postdoc or something else, I won't get an actual degree certificate out of that, right? So for me, I wanted to do a better research. I wanted to do like a proper research. I wanted to do a good thing that could remember me for last, that I was the last graduate, because your last college defines you. Actually, whatever the last degree or last college you have attended, that defines you who you are. Okay, so my perception was okay, it doesn't matter where I pursue MTech from. I'm not saying like our college is bad. It's very good. I literally enjoyed that, but I'm not criticizing anything. It's the best thing I've heard. Okay, or like I have attended. I still remember my college a lot. But the thing is, like our college is more of a application based type college. They don't do much of a fundamental research. Whereas compared to IIT, definitely it has a tag name and all, and that creates a difference. Like you have a lot of option in future. Like you can do a postdoc in foreign. You can have a experience in teaching. You can join a teaching in a private colleges, or even if you pursue for other job, like say become a scientist in some organization that has that specific relevant field in that. Even if you might be acknowledged of that, the ARS, the agriculture scientist, they have also accommodated that PhD will be compulsory for becoming a scientist. Like for this year only, it was optional. For next year, it is compulsory to have a PhD. So these are the possibility that you can get. And definitely, there are a lot of company that also offer you a research job. Like you be an R&D person or like a research guy in the company. Definitely a big company, not a smaller company, a big MNC type company which has an actual R&D sections, which actually provides that research or do the research properly. They place you a very good place in that. They even like accommodate you a scientist tag on your name. Like you become a scientist in that company. So they are good in future prospect in that respect. Yes.
So here also very huge scope.
Yes, one thing was I want to say that yes, your scope or your opportunity gets a little constrained, because you have specialized to a certain portion of a topic, because you actually eventually like constrict to a topic itself. So your scope is not broadened up, it's a little bit narrowed, but still that narrowed is like, we can say it's a type of pyramid. And at the top of, if you divide pyramid, now at the top of pyramid, it's a very small pyramid, but it has a huge, that it's the upper hand of that job category. So that's the difference.
Yes, very good example. Yes. Okay, so one thing we missed out, how to get admission. If anyone want to do PhD, then how to get admission in top colleges like IIT Kharagpur?
Okay, see, before
how to prepare for the exam, entrance exam.
Yeah, before that, I want to clarify one thing. What you have to do before getting PhD also. Nowadays, if you have thought of that, I will pursue PhD 100%, like it's my guarantee I'll pursue PhD. Before that, think of a certain exam that will avail you a fellowship. First thing, there are a lot of variety of exam. You have ICR, SRF and JRF exam. You have UGC fellowship exam. You have ICMR if you're from biotech background. You have an Inspire fellowship if you're first ranker from your college, and various other fellowships are there. Okay, so first focus on that. Which fellowship are you eligible for, or which you can apply? Say for us, for even if you consider for food technology, you're eligible for ICR, SRF and JRF. You are eligible for CSAR life science. You are eligible for UGC home science background. So these three. Apart from that, you have an option for Inspire if you're gold medalist from your university. So focus on that first. Try to have that before even you apply for any places, because that plays legitimately a more upper hand in getting or securing an admission. I'll say my example itself. I won't discuss other. I say my example. I have two fellowship in my hand. Like I have one Inspire fellowship from my university first rank, and I have a UGC fellowship from the UGC net exam that I gave. And to be frank, I got admission in almost every college I applied for. The only upper hand was I had a fellowship. Seriously, that literally creates a difference. And whomever comes to me and talks to regarding, sir, what I have to do, I firstly tell that focus on a net exam so that you get a fellowship. And again, one thing to be precise, if you're talking about IIT, ICR, SRF doesn't play any role, because if you are giving ICR, SRF or JRF exam, that gets you PhD admission. You can get only in the colleges that ICR allots. You won't get NIFTIM, you won't get IFPT, you won't get ICT, you won't get AMU, you won't get IIT, you won't get NIT. If you want to have admission in IIT with a certain fellowship, try for UGC, try for CSAR fellowship, try for Inspire. They'll get you at the admission. Apart from that, if you don't have anything, any fellowship or something like that, focus on the subject. Then focus on the subject. They have a certain exam. Almost all of the IITs and NIT, they have an entrance exam that you need to give. This corona pandemic has the upper hand that no one has to give an exam, but the offline mode had an exam. So you have to qualify an exam. In that, you have two category basically. One is the research methodology part, and other research methodology or teaching aptitude, you can say. And other is the general subject question from your food background. Okay, so these are the two things that you need to study. It's relevantly easy. It's not, I can say it's not very tough as say, but yeah, definitely it has a standard of gate, you can say. If you are pursuing for, if you are like thinking for IIT, NIFTIM or any places, it's more of a level of gate. Whatever you study in gate, it's more of a level of a gate that you need to study. And after you qualify that part, you will be facing an interview. In that interview, you will have a panel of all the teachers from that department, and they'll ask you relevant question regarding your project, what you have done in masters, regarding some of a subject that you have studied. Now, where the upper hand plays in having a fellowship is that in this interview, if you have a fellowship, the whole focus of that interview will move toward what you have proposed to do in the PhD work, because they know you have a fellowship and you will work on your topic, what you inspire of, because you are coming with your money itself, right? It's something like you are coming with your money. You have added a sponsor on your back and you are coming with just a topic that we can accommodate or not. So at that point, the interview becomes a little easy because they don't ask much of a subject part. It's more focused on your topic itself. So it's relevantly more easy compared to that, because if you have a research and you just need to focus on that topic, you won't have to focus on all of the subject that is studied in masters or BTech. And the difference in NIFTIM also, if you see the NIFTIM criteria, in NIFTIM, if you have a fellowship, you won't have to give the entrance exam also. You will get the direct interview selection, and
Admission.
you simply have to give an interview. No entrance exam for you. But you need to have a confirmed fellowship. Like definitely you need to have a fellowship. Even if you have qualified GATE or NET, it doesn't play any part. You still have to give an exam. You'll get an upper hand in interview, but still there is a boundary of exam that you need to qualify beforehand itself.
Okay. No, this is really helpful.
Yeah.
And this will surely help a lot of students. All right.
Definitely.
So,
they actually need to focus on exam, like which exam they can pursue. There are a lot of variety in exam, and to be frank, every exam beforehand has different syllabus. That's very important to keep in mind. If you see ICR, food, SRF or JRF, they have a complete different set of exam for food. They are morely converged.
So how you prepared for the exam when you got how?
For me, I qualified all in one attempt, like in the first place itself, in the one go itself. But for me, the qualification was all the basic fundamental that I understood in the graduation or post graduation itself. I didn't, frankly speaking, I didn't actually study it for any of the exam, but it's all about the basic that I understood. So it's up to you how much basic you have actually studied in bachelor's and master's. It really helps a lot. It eases out your preparation. I'm not saying that I secured a very good marks in every exam, because for my focus was UGC NET, from which I got the fellowship, from which I got the JRF. For my I thought of that. I practiced a bit, like one or two. I'm not sure more than that. But apart from that, I even gave the ICR NET and even get the GATE at that moment of time, the same year itself. And what I understood, or what I have that knowledge, is that they ask the basic that you have studied in masters and bachelor itself. So if you have that cleared concept during that moment of time, now you won't be facing much difficulty in actually coping up that exam. That's very important. That's literally very important in like giving any of the exam.
Okay, sure. All right. Anything else? The viewer who are watching this video till now, if you want to suggest anything, who just want to,
yes,
who are planning. Yes.
If you are planning for IIT or something, that then I'll suggest go for UGC NET. It's home science. I know a lot of people will say I need to study a complete home science topic. That's not relevant to us. But see, giving an ICR won't be beneficial to you, because you won't get an admission in IIT based on that fellowship, because it doesn't give a fellowship. But if you have an UGC fellowship, in home science fellowship, you can get admission in any college in India. There is no foundation. Even if you can get an admission in ICR colleges, even if you want Pantnagar, you want PAU, you want IRI, they have a seat for external fellowship candidate who have an external fellowship. So for my perception, if you are just focused on ICR colleges itself, do ICR, not an issue from my side. If you want IIT or an IIT or NIFTIM something kind of college, go for UGC NET. Don't bother about syllabus, because from my experience, I can say half of that portion is just food only. The food that you have studied, and it's very easy than what you actually have studied. You might have studied numericals and a lot of processing and all, but in food, considering home science, it's very basic. It's very basic. It's just basic food science that you can, even if you properly studied food nutrition, one book and one home science nutrition book and one important, you can cope up a lot of questions from food. And secondly, the major topic is textile. Yeah, it's one thing odd that I want to say, but it's a kind of funny part. If you're very good at sewing at home, if you're stitching or sewing, if you have an experience of handling that sewing machine, you can cope up that textile part. Frankly, from my experience, like I have a better hand in sewing and of stitching. Like I do my basic stuff myself only. I have that knowledge, and it helps a lot in textile preparation, because the question they ask in textile in UGC NET, it's all about your basic life that you actually do. So if you have, like if you think of everything as a knowledge part, like if you even stitch something and you think, okay, there are how many type of stitching. If you have seen even a cloth, now you have seen different type of, there are interlocking stitching, there are cross interlocking stitching. If you think of that at moment of time you are doing, or even if a moment of time you visualize that stitch now, you can qualify UGC frankly. Because they legitimately ask that question, and that is the subject actually.
That is something interesting.
Yeah, it's not tough. I won't say it's very tough. And first part, it has a 100 marks of that general aptitude part. In UGC net, you have two sections. One is 100 marks of general aptitude, which has 50 question, and other has the 100 question of UGC net home science specifically subject, and it's 200 marks.
Okay.
So if you secure a very good mark in the aptitude portion, say if you secure 70 or 80 marks, then you have a bit of lesser load in the actual home science part, because you just need to have to secure a more of 100 marks. Even if you like from this 100 question, even if you correctly give 50 question, you can qualify the UGC net. It's that easy, because the qualifying right now, the qualifying has raised a bit. Say the qualifying percentage this year, the last UGC was something 55 or something, 55% of the overall marks, like 300, so 55% of that marks. So think it's not tough. 55 is like something 160 or 65 marks. So think of, if you secure 60 or 70 marks in the general aptitude, that's very reasonable. It's just teaching aptitude. Even if you try 10 years back paper now, you can qualify that general aptitude part. It's very general reasoning, general aptitude, teaching aptitude, a basic knowledge of current affairs, and it's just one or two question of current affairs. If you have a habit of like studying newspaper, it's easy. Some basic knowledge of computer, it's very easy. So if you have a little focus on giving that, you can qualify. And regarding 50 marks of for the actual paper, 20 or 35, 20, like 35 or 40 marks you will get just from food only. Frankly, like 35 or 40 marks is just from food. You can get easily from food. Next from say from what textile and all. So think of that. UG Senate, if you qualify in that 1% and you get the JRF, easy. You have that upper hand. You can get, like, after that, it is 100% that you'll get an admission in any one good college. That my guarantee. That you need to qualify that fellowship part.
That is very important.
Totally important. Like if you go blank now, that I'll sit on an exam. Say if I can give an example. For me, or even if in IIT, you get 31,000 fellowship. Compared to that NIFTM, NIFTM gives just 12,000 of fellowship if it doesn't have any fellowship of your own. So what I can do in 12,000? Nothing. Like still you have to pay the fees. You have to like bear up your monthly expenses. There's one of my friend. She's getting 5,000 monthly fellowship. Is it worth it? No.
No.
You still have a lot of financial botheration onto it. Yeah. One thing is
of
that
course.
her fees is very low. Like her fees is very low, but still 5,000 at this present moment of time is still very low as compared to other what we are getting over.
Yes.
Definitely. So having a fellowship is always an upper hand. I even suggest to some people that don't hurry to get PhD admission. I won't say don't try IIT. Try IIT. If you get an admission in IIT, well and good, because you'll get a fellowship of 31,000 itself. If you won't get, don't just go on PhD and do anyway PhD. Wait for 1 year. Prepare good for UGC net, because it happens 2 times a year in June and December session. You have 2 options to give.
All right.
Prepare very well. Try to secure that fellowship. Then go freely. Which college have rejected you last time will accept you on that fellowship.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experience. It really helps a lot of undergraduate students and even postgraduate students also.
Definitely, so it's an honor to talk to my juniors and all. Like it's everywhere. Like every student asks to me, "Sir, you will help me." Well, the senior does the work that only. Like they are there to help you.
Yes.
The only thing is that you need to talk to them first.
Yes. I totally agree with this. All right, thank you.
So this is all about this video. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also like this video. And if you have any query, any confusion, make sure to comment down below. Comment down your best part in this video. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye.